Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Skylines series, to the second part of this right now unnamed series. Well, it isn't actually unnamed, it is right now just called Thangjangan region. I hope it wasn't pronounced extremely weird and it wasn't embarrassing for anyone that can speak Chinese. I'm sorry, but yes. So today we're not building another highway, don't be afraid of this. We are starting off by kind of detailing something and getting the first people in. We're starting off, as you can see there, with placing 4 big apartment blocks that are pretty big and that have a lot of people in them, and making a small parking lot for it, a really small one for this amount of people, so this will definitely have to change, and a small park. So the reason that this whole parking lot is so extremely small is just the basic thinking of me that there wouldn't be that much space they would be using around the buildings. There would be a big parking garage or something like this that would be in the ground, or it would be kind of a very big parking garage that would have several floors and just a lot of parking lots at one small space. And also we are having to kind of hide them later on the streets, and also I will change some streets, I think, because under my first video that got mentioned from Guinness Tricky that there is CSUR 2.0. This is a modification for quite a lot of different streets that I can modify quite a lot and that I can use instead of running these expressways. And this is actually a thing that I'm right now considering, because I'm not extremely happy for XDs because they're very glitchy, and yes. I have placed them in one other episode, but I think I will change them maybe actually off camera to the ones with the CSOR, or I will do it in something kind of a live stream. I'm kind of planning to do some live streams, but for this one I would have to configure my audio better, because right now I'm doing pretty much everything in the end and after I recorded the voiceover, so this would be possible for a live stream. But I will find a way. So there's a small park, I said. It is not that extremely detailed, it's just having some trees in it and just some things that I've placed there. This was okay for now, but I will change this in one of the next episodes when we will be expanding this area, because I want to be all of the parks very dense and very scrammed together with a lot of plants, because I would think in a Chinese or Japanese city you would have the problem that you wouldn't be able to kind of have that much space that you could use there. And right now there was a pretty weird thing. You could have seen my Steam overlay, but I don't know why. I think I will cut it out, but this is just something kind of a glitch because I thought I wouldn't record this. But yeah, back to the video. I'm just placing a small power station, and this one is just temporarily while we haven't built anything like a big power plant or something like this, and this will be also quite a big episode of doing this. For the power grid, I thought about quite a lot of solar energy, because you have a very big map and I kind of want this to be kind of a good future in some points and kind of a very bad one in other points, but I think we'll use green energy for most of the time, and yeah, this is something that I think would look kind of good for our series. So, as I already said, we're building 4 big apartment blocks and 1 small one. And they're right next to each other, and what I want to achieve with this look is kind of the feeling of the height differences from all of the buildings that are placed there, and that you just like can see that they've built everywhere where they could have some space and just get a very cramped look. To get this cramped look even better, I'm right now trying to do something in Blender. I'm trying to build an... how should I call it? I'm trying to build an apartment building, a very small one. And if I'm remembering, I will put it right there on 1:50. Excuse me, I will just mark it for myself so that I know where I should add it in. And I will also upload this to the workshop once it's finished and once it's working. And I will also do some vehicle mods, and also some that got wished from Erlas. He asked me to do 2 different ones, and I've already tried one, but I was too bad at it, but I will definitely come back to them when I'm better at it. This would be, I think, about 1 or 2 buildings that I made, because then I'm feeling pretty safe of how to use Blender. So there is the water treatment, and the sewage treatment plant. It is basically just this like kind of smaller pools there where they could just like get the sewage in and treat it in a way that you can reuse it or use it for other kinds of stuff, just like for toilet flushing or something like this. And this is just, I think this will be temporarily. This will definitely be changed, I think, because I will want to have a big one, but not in this area. This would be kind of more outside of the downtown and out of the harbor area. And yes, I've actually looked a lot on Google Maps between the first episode and this one, and I've seen that there's always just kind of a dirty area of the harbor and a very modern area. I also want to get this kind of feeling in by using some kind of very industrial dirty assets and then also very modern ones. Just also maybe with some apartment blocks with sea view and stuff like this. So the outer area of the downtown is the area that we're building in right now, and that also the apartment blocks are. This is very much quite, I would say it's 3 to 4 streets away. And the reason for this is why I thought about this is that right now there is just quite a lot of space in between them. So this will be going to nearly zero because I've looked at some buildings of Tokyo and it was extremely cramped there. So this is definitely something that I want to achieve in my city and that I want to get a look and an idea from. Here I'm just placing in some foliage that was at first way too overkill. I will switch it soon. And that was just kind of a try how I want to kind of get the look that I want to there. There I have a water pump building that's looking pretty cool, I think, actually, and I should kind of use it more. And yes, it is always a pretty important thing for me to quick save and make an autosave, or just make a save when I finish something that I'm happy about, because I always get some struggles with it and I don't want the series to end like the last one. That's also the reason why I have so many different, what are they called? So many different Steam collections, so they're called, yes. I'm sorry I forgot the name Steam collection. So the fences that we will use will be mainly from the Japanese theme, because I quite like the colors of them. They are kind of this green that is very bland but still looking amazing and stuff like this, so we will take a lot of inspiration from them. We will also have the downtown quite a big kind of poor area with a lot of high-rise building, high apartment blocks. Also just like in the Russian area, in the rural areas of Russia sometimes, and just get these buildings in. And my thinking for this was that there would be quite a lot of poor people in this town, because it's a kind of Japanese Chinese city with a lot of people in them, and some are very rich and some are very poor, so just like to give this feeling when you look at it. Right now I think the speed of the video is quite okay, and I will leave it for the next episodes. But if someone of you doesn't like it, please write it me down in the comments of this video. I will answer it in the next video, or in one of the next. And this is also the next part that I want to do today, is just answering on some comments and saying what I think about them. So the first one is from Daniel Svansons. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this correctly. There are 2 forks from Ronnie X Expressways that are on the workshop, and one is from Togachi and another one is from Hangang. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. And they're kind of a Japanese and then Korean style, so I will definitely check them out, but I think I will be using CSR mainly, and maybe also only CSR, but I'm not sure about this. And yes, I'm also considering to do a live stream, not from City Skylines, maybe from City Skylines later on, but for now it would be from Blender while I'm doing some assets, because this is quite thing that I have to learn and that I need to push myself to do, and this would be kind of a way to do it. And also a great thing, just to talk with you guys and have a small talk, and just have basic talk that wouldn't be possible through the comments or through me answering your comments in the next video. So there I'm just adding in some trees, not too many, but just some. And then I'm just expanding the highway a bit once again, just to get it right into this area, to have it a good looking area that also is connected to the outside of the world. And And the colors of this whole series are pretty interesting for me because I'm not this extreme fan normally of these bland colors, but for this one I'm kind of in love with it because I've watched several Let's Plays where they have something similar to this, and I thought, yes, why not, it's looking pretty cool. And yes, right there I'm just connecting it up and getting it in so that we have some people moving in our highways. There are quite less people going there because we only have 400 people living in our city, and this is nothing. Although when you think it is just 6 buildings, this is quite a lot for City Skylines, but it is nothing for a city to have a high traffic amount and a high amount of people going there. So, John the Wizard wrote a comment, "Well done, mate, thank you. Must feel good starting something fresh and new. Not to mention the frame rate." And yes, this is actually amazing for me just to start something completely different from what I'm doing in all my other series, but I will also kind of have something like, I would say, is kind of a tribute to all my other series. I will build something like this always, and I will also make use of some things that I couldn't achieve in my last series and just get them into this one. One of these things is the international district that Stega got the idea for, and this will be built in this city. And Stega also wrote a comment, "I definitely noticed the improvement in the audio." And on the part where I said what I'm doing in school, he said this would be environmental engineering. You're completely right with it. It is kind of I would say it's a splitted thing here in my school. We're having oh, it's extremely fast here. I will have to switch this on. I hope you won't see this like I'm seeing it right now, but it is kind of, we for once have, our official name is industrial engineering, but our main teacher is kind of a person that is quite doing a lot with our nature and how we are treating our nature, and so we're learning a lot about this too. And I think this isn't too bad because it's something that all of us should know and that all of us should kind of have in mind when they are doing something. And yes, the next one came from Shizim, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. "Looking good so far, can't wait to see more." Thank you. Yes, I also can't wait to see more. I've already have so many footages right now that I can't record anymore because I only have 10 gigs left of 10 gigabytes left of space on my hard drive, and on my SSD there isn't any space. So I will just have to produce a lot of videos next time, I guess. And there will be a video on Wednesday, a video on Saturday not on Sunday, I'm sorry. And this will just like be the main thing that I will be doing in the next time. So there I was just like looking at one of these off-ramps, so they call them, sorry. And these off-ramps I have to move a bit so that they would look good, and this is also one reason why I would like to switch later on. But I will have to see how I will do that. And there at first I wanted to use these extremely large ones. And they're looking also very cool, I like them, but not in this space. So they will be switched to another space later on. And yes, we are right now, they're just making there a road, because this will be one of the main service roads for the harbour. And this will be definitely built quite in the beginning, and I just wanted to mark it out to see where it is and how I want to have it later on. There I'm using these streets with a median that isn't breaking up on an intersection, so this meant that I had to kind of connect on the other side so that they couldn't turn there. There I'm deleting them once again, and then there, this is the final apartment block that I will use for this area. It's a very small one. It is kind of quite a small corner and a calm corner in this area, and there will be definitely more like this. These buildings, I love them, and I would definitely use them. There was just an idea that I got and that I will also build later on. But then there I was just looking through all the buildings that I got, and that I realized I want to do some by myself just to get in the look that I want it to be. So there I'm just doing a very simple parking lot with the asphalt that is looking extremely cool, by the way, and just get in a small parking lot, as already said. It's very generic, but it is looking good, I think, and it is fitting in the style. And there I have these awesome roads, but I think I won't use them there. I will use them in some elevated areas, because then they don't have the weird corners there, where there suddenly isn't something there. And that there was trying just to clip them over each other, and this looked kind of okay, I would say, but we will switch this later on, I think. So we're coming very soon to the end of this video, and I just want to say thank you for watching this video. And if you have any questions that are about my channel or about this series, I would appreciate if you would put them down in the comments. And even if you just want to tell me something, what do you think, what is on your mind, I would appreciate if you do this down in the comments down below. And yes, thank you for doing this. And if you aren't actually a subscriber of my channel, I would appreciate if you would consider subscribing to me. I'm doing quite a lot of City Skylines. I have 3 different quite good series with this one, and I just want to kind of say to you that it would be awesome if you would check them out. One is an American one is a Japanese one, and one is a European one. Japanese Asian one, I would say. And yes, this was it from this episode of Fanjengan region. So yes, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully see you in another video of mine, and have a great day. Bye!